Hello, how are you doing today? Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Shifty. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use the troops from Town Hall 1 to 10, how to use them properly, and yeah. So, let's go ahead. And we're going to use every single troop on the payback map, this one. And let's get right to it. The first one that we're going to be using is the Barbarian. The Barbarian is a troop for low levels, takes up a good amount of hit points. Strong for low levels as well, but for higher levels, I would definitely recommend having it at the outside perimeter for taking out outside buildings, particularly armed defenses. Also a bit of archers we'll get to in a minute behind the Barbarian for outside perimeter stuff and high levels. The next one we're going to be looking at is the Archer. The Archer is a very good, is basically the Barbarian, but having range attacks. Also, not as good as taking up hit points on lower levels, but really good to have on stomping down perimeter buildings that have the Barbarian. See, even with a level 1 cannon, her health is already halfway down. She isn't that good at taking up hit points. The next one is the Giant. For lower levels, when you unlock this dude, he is more of a tank troop for higher levels. What I would recommend is that you put a group of archers or barbarians, archers behind him. That way, a lot of the hit points, while the archers also taking from him. His health has barely even done anything, and he went to level 1 cannon. He does a lot of damage for lower levels, that is. The next one is the Goblin. The Goblin is a very, very bad troop, in my opinion. The reason for it is because he's very, very weak. I mean, I have him leveled up so much that he isn't really weak. Town halls can store up gold, elixir, and dark elixir. Castle. Next one is the Wall Breaker. The Wall Breaker, it's really good, but definitely just don't just have just Wall Breakers, because they always target walls, and when there's no walls, the other things. But yeah, I would recommend for higher levels to keep at least 5 of them. That way you can take out a bunch of, like a really tough wall. Yeah. Balloons are basically wall breakers, except they don't take out walls. I mean, they can, but not necessary. they drop bombs onto anything, and the only way you can take them out is with castle troops or air defenses. The wizard is also a very nice troop to have on the outside perimeter, just like the barbarian and archer. It's basically if the archer and barbarian work together. Not much about him though. The next one is the healer. With her, just so I can. The healer, as this name suggests, it heals all troops and heroes. Doesn't matter how much damage the will take, it will be healed. Not much about her. She will be taken out by air troopers and air defenses. Sadly, for having it on a troop, I would do 1 or 2. For a hero, at least 7 or 5. The next one is the dragon. Oh crap, I just went into the wrong one. The dragon, is one of the, better air troops, in my opinion. That's all it does. And it does a lot of damage. Which is really cool. Not much about him, though. I would definitely have him, what town hall did you unlock him at? 5? When do you unlock this dude? Oh, Town Hall 7. For Town Hall 7, I would definitely recommend, for rushers, I would definitely recommend having a bunch of these dudes. But for strategically having an unlocked him, just use your basic dragons. The next one we're going to talk about is the P.E.K.K.A. The P.E.K.K.A. is one of the strongest ones that you can get. Reason being, it has a lot of hit points and damage. It can one shot. Definitely recommend using it for a tank troop. Overall, really great troop to have. The next one I'm going to be talking about is the baby dragon. For the town hall that you unlock him, I would, for rushers, spam him everywhere. Oh, I forgot about that. Definitely recommend having that's the only good thing he's used for. The last normal troop that I have at this town hall is the miner. The miner is a fairly good troop. Mostly, I would recommend, if you're a very strategic player, use him. Fairly. But mostly used for strategic stuff. Now we have 7 more troops to talk about, and these are the dark troops that I currently have. First one we're going to be talking about is Minion. I honestly hate because like the Goblin, He's basically the goblin, but way worse. Very weak. But having a minion and a minion prince. Oh well. Now the next one is the Hog Rider. The Hog Rider is very good for taking out defenses. What I would recommend once you unlock him is have a bunch of healing spells and spam a bunch of these guys in one group. And then, like, before they all move to the next position, put a healing spell where they'll probably end up. I don't know if that made sense to you guys. Next up is the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie is a female version of the Barbarian, basically. What she does is she gets the walls while she's taking it out the building, she will damage the walls as well. Next is Golem. The Golem is a very nice one to have because he can split. He turns into Golemites if he's damaged. And he has a lot of hit points, has a lot of damage. Very good for tank. Once you unlock him, for tank. What I recommend is having him as a in front of P.E.K.K.A.s. Literally. Just have him in front of P.E.K.K.A.s. Because he takes him a bunch of hit points. The Witch is also a very good troop to have because she can summon skeletons. And she does have long range attacks. See? Skeletons. And they do very good for destruction. Golem and Witch together for an army. Really nice to have. Now, the lava is a debatable one, I would say, because you don't really use him. He does split into lava pups, but I want to always have him on your army. And yeah, they're kind of annoying. Did not see that? The next one is, for my dark troops, is the Bowler. The Bowler, it looks like a blue version of the Giant, and I just went into the wrong battle. He looks similar to the Giant, and the fact that he's blue, but he's very weak against good defenses. I mean, of course, he's one defense. Definitely have a tank. Now, here's where things get tricky. Spells. Bunch of them. So we're gonna go over the first troops. I mean, not troops. The first spells, the normal spells, and then we're gonna go to the dark spells. Let's go over here. I'm gonna be talking about them. And I need to have so I can actually do this. So, the lightning spell can be used for area damage. Yep. the rage spell, when anything freeze. Now we're going to be talking about the dark ones. I don't have too many of these guys, but who even cares? So, the dark spells are actually some of my favorite ones to have. You got the earthquake spell. The poison spell does damage to clan castle troops and heroes. The haste spell makes those are the troops for today. I will eventually do a video on heroes, some other troops, siege machines, more spells, and super troops. That's it for today's video, and see you next time. Goodbye.